A leopard killed a 2,000-pound eland. Leopards are fast, stealthy, and they love a good hunt. You'll also see what happens when a leopard wanders into a small village. But first, the herd of antelope has no idea what's waiting for them. Not only is there a seasoned female leopard waiting to strike in an instant, but there's also a pride of lions waiting on the other side. The female leopard's name is Kamuti. She's an old and wise leopard living in the Luangwa Valley in Zambia. For the past 10 years, she was the alpha hunter on a territory spanning 2 square miles. But now, at the age of 13, she's no longer the prime hunter. A pride of lions has been stealing her catch and pursuing her for a long time. But she has a few tricks up her sleeve, or paw in this case. You see, she's waiting patiently in the dried-up riverbed below. Suddenly, one antelope enters the riverbed, unaware of the danger lurking beneath. However, before the prey gets any closer, a strong wind shifts direction and gives away her scent. The antelope escapes. Patiently, the female hunter walks up the riverbed, drawing closer to the herd of antelopes. And before the animals sense her, she jumps up, captures one antelope from the herd, and drags it down to her hideout spot to enjoy a hard-earned meal. Next up, we have leopards versus village. Depending on the country of origin, there are different species of leopard. The most widespread species of leopard is the African leopard. The second most common is the Indian leopard. But there's also the Javan leopard, the Persian leopard, the Amur leopard, the Arabian leopard, the Indo-Chinese leopard, and others. The Indian leopard is causing lots of trouble to small villages in India, Myanmar, and the southern parts of Tibet. Oftentimes, these dangerous predators wander into the village and cause much panic. From these videos, you can see that the locals are running for their lives. But it's important to note that all the screaming and yelling frightens the leopard, and he's trying to get out of there alive. Sometimes the big cat will jump over a local, but that's only because the person's in its way. In most of these cases, the leopard leaves the humans alone and tries to return to the wilderness. We understand that having a 60-pound cat jump on you is scary, but we have to realize that the predator is frightened as well. The leopard hunts impalas. Leopards can run at the speed of 36 miles per hour. They're carnivores by nature and like to hunt prey weighing between 22 and 88 pounds. Unlike other predators who like to hunt animals that live in open areas, the leopard hunts prey that likes to form small herds and is not too heavy. To date, there have been 100 recorded prey species, and among them we have ungulates, small monkeys, jackals, bat-eyed foxes, and impalas. Speaking of which, in this video, you can see a herd of impalas trying to escape a leopard. Only one impala didn't escape. Just as the impala jumped up, the leopard leaped and smashed that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, the leopard leapt and captured the impala in midair. We should note that the largest prey a leopard has ever caught was a 2,000-pound male eland. It was over 20 times larger than the leopard. But thanks to its superior hunting skills, the big cat managed to take it down. And now comes the leopard versus the python. July 4th, 2016. A safari tour guide took a group of tourists to see some leopards in Kruger National Park. They spotted a little leopard cub poking in the bushes, so they assumed it was looking for small prey. The bug stopped and the people took out their cameras and began filming. That's when the mother leopard returned to check up on her young. She realized a dangerous predator could be lurking behind the bushes, so the maternal instinct kicked in and she assumed the attack position. After a few taps of the paw, the quote-unquote prey was out. It was a giant rock python, the largest snake in Africa, and it was angry. The mother leopard couldn't leave her young with this dangerous predator. She began scratching it with its paw, but that made the python even angrier and it started attacking. Thankfully, the mama leopard was quick enough and didn't get bitten. After a fierce battle, the python retreated back into the bushes while the mother and her cub kept searching for new prey in the national park. The people from a small village in the Mysore district in the state known as Karnataka, India, were terrorized by a leopard that attacked several people after wandering inside the community. First, the leopard pranced and took down a man riding a motorcycle. Before getting injured, the leopard became scared by the loud screams of the villagers and ran away, but attacked a second person before escaping and hiding in the thicket. Luckily, no one was hurt during this incident, and the locals called the Indian authorities to tranquilize and detain the leopard before returning him to the wilderness. About a dozen people were necessary to carry the animal to the cage. They were careful not to hurt this seemingly dangerous predator, because they knew the leopard was scared of them just as much as they were scared of it. Fun fact, did you know that as the year goes by, the jaguar will hunt smaller and smaller prey? It's true. They start hunting large prey like tufted deer, and then near the end of the year, they'll start pursuing bamboo rats that weigh less than 70 ounces and reach a length of 15 inches. That's fairly big for a rodent, but it's still small to feed a jaguar. And then we have the mating leopards. After the courtship ritual, the male and female leopards begin to mate. A group of tourists on safari observed this rare biological process, but then something happened. Just as they were about to begin, the male leopard heard something in the distance. The noise began moving, and it was drawing closer and closer. At that point, both the male and female were highly alert and ready to attack. Out of nowhere, a scared impala jumped between the male and female leopards, completely unaware of the predators. Before the impala had a chance of escaping, the leopard jumped up, grabbed the impala by the throat, and carried it away. Later, the tourists saw the leopard and the dead impala on top of a tree. The male carried the prey high from the ground so he didn't attract more predators. Next comes the flying leopard. That might sound like a cool superhero name, but it's actually just an ordinary leopard. Leopards are really good climbers, and this one was waiting to attack a helpless impala from up high. The little creature didn't know a leopard was about to jump on it from the treetop, but the leopard leaped and captured the impala in a single swoop before it could run away. Just look at how smoothly he captured his prey. Let's not forget about the climbing leopard. As we've already mentioned, leopards like to hunt monkeys. To do this, they need to be really good climbers. Not only can they scale trees quickly, but they can also jump from tree to tree and track prey that tries to hide in the tree branches. While a group of people were observing this male leopard, she was worried about one thing: getting her dead prey off the tree. After looking at the tree for a few minutes, the female jumped up, climbed the tree trunk, and grabbed the animal into its mouth. After that, it was just a matter of taking her freshly caught meal somewhere peaceful to enjoy her lunch. The leopard that attacked a dog has to be one of the craziest videos we've seen on the internet. It's in the middle of the night and the neighbor's dog is sleeping peacefully on the doormat in front of the house. The neighbor's CCTV night vision camera films everything. Less than a minute into the video, a leopard comes up the stairs and slowly approaches the dog. Approaching the dog bit by bit, the leopard drew closer and closer. The leopard grabbed the dog by the throat to choke it, and this unaware pet started squealing. The loud cries for help woke up the two owners, and when they got to the door, it was too late. The leopard dragged the dog down the stairs, and they never saw it again. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next.